Hello everyone, and welcome to Mystic Moonstone's weekly angel card reading. Before I begin, I just want to say a few people have asked me how I feel about Doreen Virtue angel cards. I can't say everything was a huge shock, and people who know me, people who I've spoken to in the past will know that I tend to favour other cards. I have, simply because I found over time that I found a lot of the Doreen Virtue cards to be a little bit too materialised for me, okay, and I didn't find it as easy to work with them as some cards like the Tony Command Solanio cards. Having said that, Doreen Virtue's Doreen Virtue's Archangel, I was going to say Guardian Angel then, but Archangel cards were the first deck I ever worked with. Way back in development, we had an exercise where we had to take a card, go up to platform and give a reading from that card. I didn't think I would be able to work with angel cards at that time because I'd been told by a medium many years before that tarot was not my path. And as soon as I turned this card over, it was like I had this instant connection, and it was almost like it was a tool that helped me to clear my mind and to be able to give the message that I needed to give to this person. And it was such an accurate reading that I gave that it completely blew my mind more than theirs, I think. You know, they were just taking it as a given, yes, you know, and I was like, oh, this is all coming from this. But it wasn't really coming from the card, it was coming from my intuition, from my connection. And I went home and ordered myself that deck. I then went back to church a few weeks later, and it was the day my angel cards had arrived, and there was a lovely medium called Ian Clark, who's now in spirit, bless him. And he said to me, your angel cards arrived, haven't they? And I just looked at him, because how did this man know this? He hadn't been, while I'd done development, nobody had been talking about it, and I said yes, and he said, that's your path. So I've always felt that this was a deck that I could work with. I worked with it when I was kind of quite sceptical to angel cards, I suppose. And over the years, this deck and me have kind of become almost one. So when that happened, I tried putting it aside. And I found when I was doing readings, yes, I would use the decks that I use, but then every so often I wanted to use this deck, and it almost felt like I was putting an old friend out in the cold. And I really believe that when this deck was done, I think it was done with intuitivity, to a certain degree, with integrity is another word I want to use with it. But it's all the art is by different artists, and it's all their energy that's in there as well, and their beliefs and their passion, and that's something that mustn't be forgotten. If you go to the back of the Doreen Virtue book, you'll see a list of the artists who have put the work in. So, you know, I always believe that the work comes. This is why I like to work with cards that are done by intuitive artists, because it's their passion, you know, more than the words, I feel, that actually make the cards and give the cards. And then when you work with a deck of cards for so long, it's your energy that goes into them. So, as I said, anybody who knows me knows I haven't bought any other Doreen Virtue cards. I think I've got a fairy deck that are Doreen Virtue. Apart from that, as I said, I tend to favour other cards, and I'm not one of these people that go collecting cards. I'm putting a few new Oracle cards up on page, but they're mainly been either gifts that have been gifted to me over the years, or freebies. And as I said, I'm not one of these people that just go out and have to have this deck and have to have that deck. That's not my style, and I think my decks are more like old friends. I mean, I feel like they're rather tatty now, to be honest. It just shows how old they are, and I've slept with these under my pillow quite a few times. They have my energy. They are my connection. So, to answer the question, I would say go with what feels right for you. You don't have to just set all your Doreen Virtue cards aside, especially if they're working for you. Okay, so let's get back on to this week's reading. As I said, it's the 19th of September through to the 24th. Okay, and after saying all that, I'm working with my Tony Command. It's what comes up for you. It's what feels right for you. Have Archangel Raziel and Divine Mystery beginning of the week. Archangel Raziel is the psychic of the angels. He'll help you with your intuition. He'll help you to go forward to reach the point you want. There's a dove on there, very symbolic of love. It's about going from the darkness into the light, into the passion, beginning of the week. And we have colour healing. Okay, so as Archangel Raziel is the mystic of the angel, and colour healing is a form of spiritual healing, watch out for an opportunity to either apply knowledge you already have or to gain new knowledge. This may be to do with any kind of the colour therapy, so it can be crystals, it can be colour healing itself. You know, just anything that kind of comes in around you and helps you, so almost on a holistic sort of feel to it. Okay, let's go to midweek. Midweek we have completion. Okay, Archangel Azrael, so something is either coming to a completion or you've come to some point where you feel you've completed something, it's come to a natural ending. There's a lovely gold star on there, so there's nothing negative. You know, it's about completing the journey. Let's have a look and see what the influence card is. Go with that. And we have the Angel of Union. A partnership is blessed and destined for greatness. So if you're signing a contract that's either taking you forward in a relationship or a business venture, that is a really sort of good sign for you. If you're signing on a dotted line with regards to a house, again, you know, completion is normally about completing something. It's normally about something ending in order for something to begin. So, you know, it can be leaving one job to start another. It can be just deciding to do that. It doesn't have to be that you're actually going to do it on that day. You know, it may be this is the time you think, well, I'm going to put my notice in. This is the time that you decide you're going to put your house up for sale. This is the time you're going to, yes, you know, accept that engagement ring or whatever. You know, there's all different reasons, but it's like something ending. So what would be ending there would be the state of being single, or your old place of employment, or your old home. Okay, it can also be that there's a part of you that's decided, if you're on a spiritual path, that, you know, you're going to sort of really end fighting it all the time. You're going to accept it, and you're going to have a union with spirit. Once again, there's a lovely dove on there, and that's why I'm being drawn to say it that way, because you've got that lovely dove and you've got that dove on that one. Okay, so, you know, it may be the union you're going to have is with spirit as you follow your spiritual path. Okay, oops, bring my cards. Let's have a look and get Friday. And Friday, Archangel Raphael's coming in, and it's a card of health. So if you've been worried that maybe your health's not going to be good for the weekend, or there's a situation that you want to have healed, you know, health is really positive. It shows that it doesn't really need any more healing, that, you know, that you've reached it. And there's lots of lovely green new shoots on that. Okay, so lots of growth, lots of moving forward. Very positive. The angel of support. The universe has heard your silent call for help. So, you know, if you have been worried about your health, that's the time where you're going to start to feel a lot better over the weekend. Okay, very quick recap for now. Archangel Raziel at the beginning, Divine Mystery, is the mystic of the angels, coming from like a dark place, going into a place of passion, a place of power, a place of self-identity, of knowing what it is that you want. Colour healing, it may be that you find that you just need to bring colour in around you, sometimes just by bringing other colours. I've discussed this on page many times, but you know, sometimes you can feel like you've got a wardrobe full of clothes and nothing to wear, and it's because you really want to wear one certain colour. And it's not even because that colour's in fashion or anything, it's almost like your soul's saying to you, I need to have orange on today, or I need to have green on today, you know. And sometimes you just have to listen to that. And if you can't put the whole item on, if you haven't got an orange dress, I haven't got an orange dress, it may be that you need to put on orange underwear. It doesn't matter if it's on show to others, it's actually what's there for you. Okay, it may be that you put on an amber ring, or it may be that you just drink a glass of orange juice, you know, but you get that orange energy into you if that's what your body's asking you for, if that's what your soul's crying out for. Okay, midweek, Archangel Azrael, the angel of endings, so something is going to end, but you are getting to completion, and that is a real positive. Angel of union, a partnership is blessed and destined for greatness. Lots of lovely orange on these cards, I'm noticing. You've got the orange there, you've got the orange there, and orange is about the sacral chakra, which is about your seat of creativity, your sense of identity, and your passion. End of the week, we kind of bring it down a little bit more of a calmer colour, and that's the green of the heart. Something's going to be healed, you're going to feel healed, a situation around you will feel better. If this is about physical health, then, you know, by the weekend you'll start to feel much better. And then we have the angel of support. The universe has heard your call and is bringing in help. And there's lots of lovely purples on there, so I think that is for the light workers out there. It's just saying that, you know, you are going to have this partnership, you are going to work with spirit, you are going to get the answers, your intuition you need, because don't forget Archangel Raziel is the mystic of the angels. So there's kind of almost like two messages going on here. I feel one for the light workers and those on a spiritual path, those going forward, maybe those going forward towards being healers, you know, and it's just showing that you're on the right path. They are bringing in the help. There is somebody coming in around you who will form a lovely partnership with you, help you to go forward. The partners around you are the right people to support you as you go forward. And, you know, you have the angels and your spirit loved ones with you. For others, it's more on a practical sense of contracts being signed, signing on the dotted line, completing one phase of your life so you can move into the next. Okay, and with that, I'll say thank you for listening to me. It's always a pleasure to read for you. Sorry I did this a little bit quick, but I'm having one of those weeks where I'm just trying to make sure everything goes in, and I really wanted to say something about the Doreen Virtue cards, because I wasn't sure if I wanted to work with them today on this reading, but then when it came to it, I always put all my cards out. I felt drawn to those, and as I said, I have been using them, and when I put them aside, it didn't feel right for me. So please listen to your own intuition and always follow your own intuition. On the spiritual path there is no right or wrong, and no one has a right to tell you how to do something or how not to do something or what to believe or what not to believe. As long as you do everything with good intentions and you bring the power of love and you're always connecting in with your angels, then everything's fine. Okay, love and light to you all. Bye.